friends. Welcome. Things are changing for me. Me and the wife are moving. So this will be my last video here. Hello, friends. Oh, the joys of moving. It's been an interesting move. Took me a little while to get all set up. I will tell you, when I first came into this room, the feeling was empty. It was just a very weird feeling. I wasn't not used to that feeling. My old temple, air was thick, and I become accustomed to it. So when I brought everything in to this room, I can't explain the feeling. It's all I could say, it was an empty feeling. And when I began opening up my boxes and started to hang sigils and just started to prepare the setup, just putting up the sigils were just a feeling that I got off them. It was just vibrating. I have so many sigils up around my desk, and it's the power that radiates off them is just, I love it. I really do. It did take me some time to set up. I had to set up protection around the property, and that consists of 4 sigils. It's the same protection that I had at the old place. And then I had to go around the house and add extra protection to that. Now, I would love to share with you what sigils I used and what protection I am using, but that wouldn't be wise. So I'm sorry, but I have to keep that to myself. Now, the temple here is roughly the same size as my old temple. It's actually a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, just by a foot. I don't know if you can see that or recognize that it is bigger. I think it might look smaller because all the walls are black. That is something that I wanted to do at the old place, and I was given the opportunity to set this up the way I wanted to set it up. Now, I know that most of you just love the way I set up my temple, how everything is balanced. There's a reason I do that. That is my balance. I demand it. It helps me with my magic. I know a lot of people have their altars scattered, and whatever works for you. But for myself, when I'm in here, I need that balance, and that's my balance. When I set up my circle and I level it off, I cut myself and I just put a little dab of blood on each candlestick. All my tools that I use as well. Just a little dab, nothing major. This is how I consecrate my tools. A lot of people will use sage and they will put their candlesticks and all their tools over sage. Well, I'm not trying to banish anything. If anything, I'm trying to make all my tools stronger. Any spirit that has traveled with me, I want them welcome here. I'm not trying to banish anything. Now, if you look up about how to consecrate your tools, you will see that a lot of people do use sage. Hey, that's up to you. But for me in my temple, I don't play that game. After I put a little bit of dab on everything, a little bit of dab of blood on everything that I want to put a dab of blood on, I set a very small fire and very simply take my candlesticks and just run it through. Just run it through. This isn't a ritual or anything. This is just my setup. Every candlestick, my knife, my sword, anything that I use. The Pazuzu statue, I did the same thing to it. Anything that I could. When the candlesticks are all set up and it's looking good, I take a big bowl and I put it in the center of my temple. Start a fire. Then I welcome Azazel and I welcome Lucifer. Blood on the sigil, throw it in, incense going. I use dragon's blood. I just let that burn. Nothing crazy. There's no crazy ritual involved. This is just a welcoming. This is a gratitude. And this is what I do. Now, everything's set up. I take earth, dirt, I take water, I take incense, dragon's blood, and I take fire. And I put the water on the west, where the sun rises, earth on the north, incense on the east, and fire on the south. A little bowl of fire, rubbing alcohol, and a little bit of bath salts. And I light it. I stand in the middle of the circle. Now, a lot of people, when they do this, they use salt instead of dirt. I don't like salt in my temple. Like, I'll use salt outside my temple, but inside my temple, no salt. So I use dirt. And when people start opening up their circle. Now my circles are pretty much already open because I've just put fire in the center of it. But this is just an added bonus. I recommend you do it, but you do whatever you want to do. And I stand in the middle of the circle. Now, when people set this up, they usually will say something like, spirits of the north, come in and help me, protect me through this ritual. Well, I don't fucking do that. I ask the spirits of the north to feel welcome when I am calling you. That's all. Nothing major. Another simple task. I do take a little bit of time. I do throw a lot of my intent in that. I just don't say the words. I visualize north, and I visualize on any spirits out there. I really take my time, and I am holding my sword while I do it. Simple, but it works for me. As you can see behind me, you see the sigil of King Baal, and I am now starting a dedication with him. I actually just started it yesterday, so you will be hearing some things about that, about my dedication. Now, my dedication will go 32 days, but that's what I say. Usually these dedications go a little bit longer. I don't have a cutting point to it. Shit, it could last 6 months. You know, it lasted me a lot with, I'm looking at his sigil, sorry, Beelzebub. That actually took me about 3 months, a 3-month dedication. And really so, and I learned so much, and I learned a few rituals. So I'm really excited to work with Baal. So, yeah, you're gonna be hearing some things probably in the next video. Who knows? When I have something that I can share, I'll share it with you. Because the truth is, friends, I don't share everything. I just don't. If you are coming here and thinking that I'm gonna tell you every little secret, I just can't. There's things that have to stay with me. And every practitioner's like that. Don't be fooled. If they're telling you everything, they're not. They're keeping things to themselves. And you should as well. You should have your secrets. You should have your secret rituals. Sometimes I think I posted a couple rites and all the words and everything are taken out of it. There is a reason for that. That isn't to give away. That is for me. That's my secret. And I've shared this before. There's power in secrecy. You don't have to go out and spill your fucking beans for a pat on the back or for someone to tell you that, hey, you know something. When you know, and you don't need anybody to shake your hand and say, man, you got it down. You don't. Power is within. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. I would like to do a shout out to D.H. Thorne, actually. He came up to 4,000 subscribers, and that's pretty fucking awesome, and really so. He's the knowledge that comes out of that man is just crazy. People say that he talks too much. I like that he talks too much because he says a lot of good shit. So congratulations, brother. I'm happy for you, and keep on rising, okay? When I started my channel and it started to rise, I remember hitting the 1,000 and 2,000 and 3,000. It's like, holy shit. Some people are actually interested in what I'm doing and what I'm presenting. When it hit 10 and up, trolls, they come out. And I know a lot of people in the field that I'm in with channels, it does affect them a little bit, And with that, I have learned to just don't address it. Don't worry about it. I look at my friend EA. Now, his page is huge. And if you go down some of the comments, you're going to see some fucking assholes that just feel the need to tell him that he's full of shit or whatever. I don't think I've ever seen a video from him, EA, addressing that. And if he has, I haven't seen it because it's a joke. You don't have to worry about these people. When they say your name, there's power in it. If somebody doesn't like you and they really don't like you and they go on and they're talking about you, Holy fuck, do you have so much power over them? You could fuck with them. You could legitly fuck with them. And you don't have to do nothing about it. You're in their head. Fuck, I love that. I just love that. Is that wrong? But yeah, it comes with the territory, and I embrace it. I embrace it all. I feed off it. You know. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming on and taking a look at my new temple. I'm very blessed. I've done a few rituals here already. It feels good. It feels good. I'm happy. And my family's happy to be here in this new place. It is taking a little bit to get everything organized, but my main concern, besides my children and setting up their bedrooms, was setting up this temple. I went almost 2 weeks maybe without rituals, and it really fucked with me. I didn't realize why I did, but without it, I'm not myself. I need this in my life. It's not I always said it's an addiction. It's addiction for me, but it's more than that. It's my being. And just to be here and have everything set up is such a blessing. Again, I want to thank you for watching. And remember, friends, protect your kingdom, okay? Hail.